have like 35 pats of butter, and I'll eat that loaf of bread. And that will get my appetite sharpened up for the pork. I also noticed that desserts are different nowadays. Sex to me is first of all, I'm an old man, you know. I'm like 70 or something like that. I'm trying to get score going again. I feel that Lincoln, when he thought that up, he thought that was gonna go, you know what I mean? Like his wife was like, why don't you just say 87? He's like, why don't you shut the fuck up? Last I checked, I was the orator in the family, and you were the fucking insane lady. I say 77, believe me. Score is gonna catch on big time. It never did. Here's why I go to parties. There's only one reason why I go to parties and why I love parties, because I love those little sandwiches where they're triangles and they cut the crusts off, and then they're little equilateral triangles, and they put a little toothpick, and it has like golden cellophane and red cellophane. I can eat 30, 40 of those fuckers. And you can only get them at parties. Like, I've gone to restaurants, I go, yeah, they have sandwiches that are shaped like triangles. And they go, no. All our sandwiches are shaped like sandwiches. I go, ah, fuck. And then I go to like a grocery store, I go, yes, what aisle is the sandwiches with the toothpicks? They go, we don't got none. Have you tried a party? I go, I try not to go to those things. But I don't drink, so I'm no good at parties for that reason. And drugs, don't do them. Used to. When I was young, the waiter would come and he'd go, what do you want for dessert? Cherry pie or apple pie? And you go, I will have a cherry pie. And the guy would bring one. It was very simple, you know. Things were very simple back then. Now, desserts, oh my Lord. The guy shows up and he's got a big tray, a canted angle, and every confection known to man is on it. And I don't like the way he talks, like, because he doesn't talk like the pork chop talk anymore. All of a sudden, for the dessert, he's like, oh, sexual undertones, you know. I mean, he's all like, ah. Like, why are you saying ah like that? He's like, ah. May I tempt you or something? Tempt me? You like decadent things? Well, I hope you left some room in your belly. Okay, listen. Are we still talking about desserts here? What's going on? I don't want to end up blowing you in the bathroom or something. I don't want to end up blowing the guy in the bathroom. Listen. I can be tricked as much as the next fella, and I don't want to be in the bathroom. Hey, wait a second. Whoa. Hold on here, maestro. I thought we were talking about a butterscotch pudding or something. I don't care much for you, Captain. I'll tell you that right now. I'll continue. I'm a man of my word, but I'll say this. I'll say this, Chief. Were my word, not my bond, then none of this. And I'm doing it reluctantly. I don't know if you noticed that, but here's another little presidential thing. You know, there's this story about George Washington, and they said, oh, he chopped down a cherry tree, you know, when he's a little child, and then when his parents came home, he said, they said, who chopped down the cherry tree? And little George said, it was I who chopped down the cherry tree. I cannot tell a lie. And you go, wow, what a great story. But then you think about it. in a little bit, right? Imagine if you drove home to your house, right? And you get there, and you go, hey, what the fuck happened to the cherry tree? Somebody chop it down or something? And then you go inside, and there's your child with an axe. So you go, what happened to the cherry tree? And then he goes, I chopped down the cherry tree. I cannot tell a lie. And you go, okay. The first part of what you said bothers me a lot. The second part scares the fuck out of me. You can't tell a lie? Incapable of lying? That would scare me. When I was a boy, young, I'd do anything, you know? LSD, I was about the strongest drug I ever did. Acid, I don't know if you ever done acid, but I remember when I was young and they'd tell me, they go, you gotta be careful with that acid on account of you can do it, and then you have a flashback, like 10 years could pass, 20 years could pass, and then you get a flashback. So I thought, well, that sounds like a good deal, you know? And I went to my drug dealer, Frank. I said, Frank, is there a drug on the market where I pay you $5? I take the drug, I get high, and then 20 years later I get high again? And he said, yes. And I think of myself as somebody who is good at stretching his drug dollar. But the point of the whole thing is for me to tell you young folk that it's not true at all. You know, because I have not done LSD since I was a teenager. 10 years have passed, 20 years have passed. Sadly, 30 years have passed. And still, no flat. What a gyp that turned out to be. Just more horse shit by the big acid companies, if you ask me. You know, I don't want to get too political, but if you think big acid cares about you, the little guy, they care about their third quarter profits. That's what they care about. You know, my friend is a vegetarian, and you ever been wrong and you suddenly realize, you know, like, because all her arguments are right about vegetarianism. Like, she'll go like, how can you kill an animal where you can get the same from the grass of the field? It makes no sense. And then I go, I like pork. So, of course she's right, and I'm wrong. And it's weird when you realize you've been wrong about everything that you ever believed about vegetarianism, not everything. Imagine if you woke up and you realized you were wrong about everything. You just woke up and you go, God damn, I've been wrong about every single thing I've ever believed. Then it's time to go down to the rope store, in my opinion, because it's not going to get better, you know. Go to the rope store. That's my suggestion to you. And get a hunk of rope about this big. And then go to the rickety stool store. And listen, it's no coincidence that the rope store and the rickety stool store are always right beside each other, right? But you never know. You can't predict the future. I could wake up one day and go, I want to have one of them orgasms. That's 3/2 times as strong as the... I knew that advanced math degree was going to come in handy sometimes. I just did not know when. This is what I would do if it ever happened to me. I would disguise it so it looked like an actual suicide, because then when I was found, my son wouldn't go, ah! He'd go, oh, mysterious. Dad's a mysterious guy. I don't want to get political or anything like that, but... When people commit suicide, no one ever understands. You know what I mean? People commit suicide, people go, I don't understand why. And I go, you don't? Where, you live in a cotton candy house or something? What the fuck? You don't know about life? How it only disappoints and gets worse and worse until it ends in a catastrophe? What the fuck? There's two reasons guys will hang themselves from the neck. One is, like we said, to escape this worthless masquerade of a life we pretend we have. And the second reason we hang ourselves from the neck is to whack off. These guys, I don't understand. It's called autoerotic asphyxiation. It's a big fancy word, but it's a filthy thing. And this is my problem with it. The risk-reward, it's not good. And I know the reward because I read about it. Like, apparently, by cutting off the oxygen or something like that, you increase your orgasm until it's 1.5 times as powerful as the one you had the Thursday before last.